Kohima commemorates 81st anniversary of the Battle of Kohima with 39-hour walk and memorial service. Kohima, April 3rd, to Kohima honored the 81st anniversary of World War II's Battle of Kohima with a special 39-hour endurance walk and a commemoration service at the historic Kohima War Cemetery today. The 39-hour walk from Jessami to Kohima, led by Charlotte Carty and her team, pays tribute to the hardships faced by soldiers during the war. The team arrived in Kohima on April 3, 2025. On April 4, 2025, the 81st Anniversary Commemoration Service will begin at 10 a.m. at Kohima War Cemetery. A wreath-laying ceremony at 10:15 a.m. will honor the fallen soldiers who fought in one of the fiercest battles of World War II. The program will conclude by 11 a.m.
There were many memorable moments. It was an extraordinary experience. Repeating it from last year, actually no two walks will ever be the same. So this was different. I think it was hotter even than in previous years. But we were really well supported by local Nagas as well, looked after everywhere we went, cheered on, which was the same as last year. And yes, it was a fascinating walk. It was incredibly hard. I forget each time that the Naga Hills are tough environments and that the Naga people are very fit. Occasionally we took shortcuts and I seemed to be going vertically up and down the hills in the stairways that had been carved over the centuries on the hillside. And yes, I found that quite lung-busting. Memorable moments? Well, I think coming in and being greeted by everybody in Kohima, but the wonderful, wonderful people along the way. I think that wherever we went, we were greeted really warmly.
The 39 hours walk have been started last year. So this year again, I'm sure this will be the second. So are you planning to hold it every year?
We want to, yes, absolutely. We would love to. This year we were very fortunate because we included more of the local population being trained into doing guiding as well. So that's something that we want to do to give something back to local communities as well. So yes, we just want to hope it grows and that people in Nagaland embrace it and remember what it is for.
Except from the support you get from the public and also from the Kohima Village organization, are you also getting the support from the state government?
Do you know, I don't know because I have the wonderful sampan travel and Bertie Alexander. He does all the logistics and talks to all the necessary authorities about all of the permissions that we need to walk through the tribal lands, to walk on the state highways and everything. But I know it's a logistical challenge, but thankfully he's up to that.
Firstly, a huge thank you to the Kohima Village Youth Organisation for the wonderful escort we've had this afternoon, and also to my dear friend Salier for arranging this small little gathering right now. Look, it's always a pleasure to be in Nagaland. I'm lucky that I get to come here quite frequently for work. And indeed lucky that I get to bring outsiders to Nagaland to celebrate just how beautiful this country is, this part of the country is. On this particular trip, we've been looking at the history of the Naga Hills. As you know, we just completed a 134-kilometer trek from Jessami to Kohima, which ended just a few minutes ago when we arrived at the Kohima War Cemetery. I'm going to allow Charlotte to say a few more words about why we did that, the historical significance of that war, and indeed why it is worth remembering today. But I also want to say, just while they're here, that a operation like this requires a lot of guidance, a lot of support. Right from the beginning of the planning process to the first step that we make on the trek, and we have many of our wonderful guides with us today who have led us tirelessly and supported us all the way from Jessami to Kohima. So I would like to say a huge thank you to I think 6 of our guides who are with us now, as well as my good friend Kevi, who has worked many long hours in putting this together. So it's been a real pleasure completing this walk, or at least helping complete the walk. And it's wonderful to have completed it today and to be here with you all. So thank you very much, and I'll hand over to Charlotte to say a few more words about why we have completed this trek. So over to you.
So hopefully, after all the talks we've been hearing, you understand a little bit more about it. But for the wider audience, my grandfather was Lieutenant Colonel William Felix Brown of the 1st Assam Regiment. He led the men of the Assam Regiment from Jessami back to Kohima to take part in the siege of Kohima and then the Battle of Kohima itself, a battle that was vital for the Allies in their success over the advancing Japanese. The men of the Assam Regiment formed about 260 of the 1,500 soldiers who fought here against a vast Japanese army of about 15,000 men. They fought for 2.5 weeks through the siege and then continued to fight for months later until the Japanese withdrew in June of 1944. And my grandfather remembers the Nagas very warmly. The Assam Regiment was raised from men of the Assam Regiment, including the Naga Hills, and he respected them and very highly regarded them and wanted them to be remembered. And that is what we are to make their way over the hills from Jessami to Kohima. It took them just 39 hours. I can tell you it's a very long way to walk.
The Kohima community, all those who took part in the 39-hour walk from Jessami to Kohima. Together, we welcome you all back to Kohima. Happy to have you all here again. Today, we gather in solemn remembrance of a pivotal moment and in history, the Battle of Kohima. A battle that not only shaped our land, but also left an indelible mark on the world stage. The course of history, world history was changed in this place on the 4th of April, 1944. We honor the courage and the resilience of those who fought in this conflict. A conflict that saw two superpowers, Britain and Japan, clash in the Naga Hills during the World War II. As we reflect on those harrowing days, we remember the immense suffering endured by our people. Kohima was reduced to ashes, and countless lives were lost, forever altering the course of our history. It is through this struggle that Kohima emerged in the world map, recognized not just as a battleground, but as a symbol of endurance and sacrifice. Our heartfelt gratitude to Charlotte Carty and her team for undertaking the 39 hours to Kohima endurance trek. Your dedication to commemorating this battle and honoring those who fought is truly commendable. It serves as a reminder of the sacrifices made and the lessons we must carry on forward. We wish for mutual respect and understanding among all nations. We hope that the sentiment of the Naga people are recognized of the sacrifices made and the lessons we must carry on forward. We wish for mutual respect and understanding among all nations. We hope that the sentiment of the Naga people are recognized and honored, and that we can move forward in the spirit of reconciliation and peace. In a world still grappling with conflict, let us all be steadfast in our commitment to peace. May we strive to build bridges of understanding, ensuring that the sacrifices of the past lead us to a future where harmony prevails. Let us remember the lessons of history, honor our ancestors, and work together towards a world where peace reigns. Thank you.